Hello there and welcome back. Let's sit back and relax and follow along to learn about LXD. So in the previous video, if I published it in the correct order, I have been showing you how you can use LXC, which is short for Linux containers. And in this video, I want to further that with LXD. And basically LXD is uh, an open source virtualization software, and it allows you to manage containers and virtual machines. And in this video, we are going to take a look at how you can do that. So we have our Ubuntu server, and I am using the one with the desktop version. I'm just trying to make the font a little bit bigger. So let's make it 18 and select it. Oh, now that looks better. So how do we get started with LXD? What we can do is basically first to verify the snap version. We are going to use snap to install LXD. And after we have verified that snap is installed, what we can do is to use the snap install LXD as root users. So snap install LXD. And afterwards, what we will have to do is to make sure that our user is the member of the LXD group. And that's what we are going to do with the user mod -a-g LXD. And we are basically saying $user. Now we have many ways to initialize LXD, and if you use the minimal, it is going to pre-configure your system as a test environment without any kind of clustering or unnecessary fuss. And technically, you have now set up LXD. So what can we do with it? There is a command, by the way, LXD is going to install LXC behind the scenes, and the LXC info grep to FA instance types is going to give you what type of virtualization technologies you can manage with your LXD installation. Since I'm using a virtual machine with LXD, virtual machines are not available, only containers. Now, what we can do is to list the images, and the architecture is going to be $uname -m. Basically, I want to ask the image repository what are the images or containers that I can use with my x86 architecture. And then what we can do, for example, is to use the LXC launch, and I will say Ubuntu :2404 first. And basically, it is going to reach out to the image store, download the rootfs, and then launch the machine. And afterwards, what we can do is to basically get different types of information regarding our virtual machine. And if you followed along in the LXC video, there you have seen that the location of the LXC containers is where, and so on and so forth. The LXC ls -- fancy should LXC, sorry, info, LXC info, and first is going to give us information about the container that we have just pulled down. So basically it is running, the name is first, this is the architecture, this is the PID, and these are basically the resources which are assigned. It received an IP address, and technically that's it. Now if we want to stop the container, we can use the name and use LXC stop. And if we want to destroy it, we can do the delete. And with LXD and LXC, we have the option to run containers with specified resources. So LXC launch Ubuntu 24.04 with the comma, and we say limited, and the config is going to get the limits as CPU equals 1, and the config limits dot memory equals 256 MIB. So this is going to assign one virtual CPU and 256 megabytes of memory, and we can use the LXC config show limited to verify that indeed the configuration was applied. Okay, if we want, we can modify the configuration of the containers with the LXC config set limited limits that memory is equal to 128 MIB. And now if we show the configuration, you can see that it has half the memory. We can also run ad hoc commands with limited, and for example 3-h, it is going to show the available memory in the container. And LXD comes with a web interface, and we can configure the core.https address and say 8443. And technically this is going to unlock the web interface. And if you go here in the browser, https Ubuntu 24.8443, then we should be able to, oh, that's UB server, sorry. UB server. Then we get an SSL warning, and if we accept and continue, we have a setup process to complete. So we create a new certificate, generate it with the password, and I'm going to use my favorite password. And after the generation was complete, we have to download the CRT and download the PFX file. We are successful in that matter, and then we will have to configure LXC to trust this certificate. So add, and we use downloads, home, username, downloads, and lxdubserver.crt. Afterwards, we have to check our browser's configuration. So technically, we have to copy this one and enter it in the Firefox and go to the view certificates and your certificates. And under the import, we browse to the downloads and import the PFX. It asks for the password which was used to generate this. So technically that's all we have to do. And voila. Let's click on OK. And we are in the web interface. So here we technically have a GUI to manage these containers. And if we click on the limited, which was just created by us, we can see that it is currently running. We can see the main configuration. And technically it's a web UI for LXC. We can create snapshots. We can get a terminal. So this is the limited container that I have just created. We can also go to the console, and we can also check the logs. Good. We have different projects that we can use to administer these containers. We can see the network. So for example, we can create a new network, and let's call this demo, and this is a demo network. It doesn't need IP version 6, we just use IPv4, and we create it. And we also have storage pools. The default is basically the VHD that is associated with the Ubuntu server. We can create volumes, use customizers, you can use images. So technically, that's it. We also have the option to initialize LXD as a cluster, but this is now basically disabled for us. So we can create a new instance. And what I want to do is to list the images once again. And here I want to search for the Fedora machine, not the Alpine, or CentOS machine. Good, CentOS. And CentOS. We can browse images. And I want to select the default image, just a demo. And this is going to be a container, not a virtual machine. And this is going to use the default profile. So currently what it has to do is to pull down the container, and afterwards it is going to start it, and we can check in the console, and we can also manage it here. It is still working on it. LXC info CentOS. There is not yet an instance. We have LXC profiles, instances. Oh, just a demo, that's the name. And here now we have the CentOS machine and LXC attach CentOS. LXC so we have not the console, LXC exec CentOS -- bash. And now we are in the CentOS install. Let's ping Google. It is working. So I think it's a pretty neat thing to experiment with if you are not tired of Docker, but just want to learn something new. And that was all. See you in the next one.